Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. That was a little over the... Got the black lung pops. Okay, sorry about that. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In this video, I want to show you how to efficiently and productively cut blocks. The reason I'm showing you nailing off some of the roof sheathing is basically just to show you the blocks between the rafters. Did you see them there at the top? All of those blocks come out of our rafter cutoffs, which you saw in our last video. There it is, right on the left. You also notice that there is a vent notch. So let me show you how to be the world's fastest block cutter. Block cutters. Cutters of blocks. Hey, good morning, everybody. So as you can see, it poured rain, but we're nice and dry at the one spot, right? Tent, man, we should have done that. Been a couple years since we've been doing it. Anyway, I gotta say, it's Friday. I love coming in to guys that do not complain about the rain. That means I won't complain about the rain. So it looks like it's moved past. We should be dry. Our goal today, while it's dark, we're gonna get all of our blocking cut. Kyle and Noah got the rafters cut. I got some of these cut that will go into hangers yesterday. My goal is to get the main roof stacked and go home early. Because of course we could do it if we work till 8, but we don't want to do that. We want to get out of here. Let's get down to the magic. The magic being the jig, which is just pieces of 2x4 all screwed together. I'm using 3-inch strong tie SDWS timber screws because that's what I had in my pouch and that was the bit that was in the impactor. I'm making it square across 2 of the 2x12. These were my rafters that I had cut in the previous video. And you can see this is literally about as easy as it gets, even at 6:30 in the morning. That's right, we start at 6:30 in the morning. We've got that giant Milwaukee light with 27,000 lumens. Now, since the left to me, or the side closer to the camera by the square, that's screwed down to the 2x12, so it's not gonna move around. I put a piece on edge on each end, and I wanna just go just a hair higher than the thickness of the material. So it's 1.5 inch material. I want to be like maybe 1 5/8 inches. So you can see there's really, this is just, let's just quickly build a jig. And you've already kind of guessed how this is going to work. I'm going to pull 22 7/16 from one side, and I'm going to screw down the stop less 1.5 inches. And the reason for that is because my blade is 1.5 inches off of the table. So 20 7/16 minus 1.5 inches, that's what I actually measured to. Now look at this. We had a lot of blocking to cut, both bird blocks at 22 7/16 and ridge blocks at 22 7/16. I could cut them all with the same jig. In this case, it's 2 pieces of our rafter cutoffs, but in the case of 2x6s, I think I was able to cram 4 in there. Kind of depends on what you want to hold on to. You know, there's Kyle in the background, rounding up a bunch more 2x6 for the ridge blocks. What this allows us to do is just stay in the same repetitive motion. Now, repetitive motion can lead to injuries. that is not our concern in this case. Yeah, so what was I doing? 3 2x6s there. This is a way for us to round up all of our scrap. Noah's got the Milwaukee table saw. I love that thing. Weighs like 20 pounds, maybe even a little bit less. It's the 8 1/4 inch. He's got it set so that he's going to bevel all of our bird blocks out of 2x12, 10 inches tall to the short of the bevel. And then we're going to cut vent notches in those. For all of the 2x6 ridge blocks, well, they're just scrap 2x6s, right? Sometimes what we'll do is if we have a lot of extra cutoffs from our rafters, for example, we don't 14 footers, we get 16 footers, but oftentimes the rafter length that we need is like 13 foot, and then we have extra. Anyway, you get the point. We're trying to use up our scrap as productively and as efficiently as possible. This way, we don't have to kill our bodies by just trying to go 1 billion miles an hour. We just get efficient. Yeah, it just makes things more fun. By the way, can you tell? It is not as dark anymore. That's right. Follow this up here in just a moment. Besides just trying to do the same thing repetitively, because you get faster at it, you also have to position things so that it works best for your body mechanics. Now, I had started with my back to the camera. That's where I was going to start, I should say. And I quickly realized, nope, I need to be where I'm at right now because I'm right-handed. I can grab blocks with my left, and I can handle the saw with my right hand. That's my dominant hand. The other thing is, notice the gap between the 2x12s. It perfectly allows me to plunge cut and let the pieces fall right down there in the middle of the sawhorses. What I'm doing is I'm making a vent notch that is exactly 6 inches wide by the cut depth of the saw going through on the bevel. Now I'm going to show you here in just a second another way that we save a lot of time. I don't have to make multiple cuts to get these vent notches. It's literally 3 cuts, one of which is this plunge cut. So here, watch how I do the plunge cut. This is why I like to leave the base plate loose, by the way. Canadian Carpenter over on Instagram. Joe and I go way back on the forums. We're the only 2 guys I know of that leave the base plates loose, and that's why we love the Metabo HPT saw, which I'm using there, and also the Makita saw, both the X2 and the new XGT. Something else worth noting, and this is just like true of everything in life, we set ourselves up for success. We don't just let it, sometimes happen or sometimes not happen. So you notice all of my blocks were stacked with the bevels going the same direction. That way, that now we're into the process at this point. With my left hand, I can just keep grabbing them consistently, flopping it down, plunge, make the cut, let the piece fall out, and then they're also getting stacked to my left or your right in the same direction. Now that's a little less important, that last part. What's the most important is that I can grab off of the pile with the same exact movement each time. What that allows me to do is just be completely on autopilot. I could be thinking about the rest of the day, I could be singing along to a song, or I could just be thinking of really witty replies to the Instagram trolls. None of which are you people, let's be honest. Now the trolls come over from the Perkins brothers. Just kidding. I got to have dinner with Eric and Jamie last year, by the way. Those dudes were like ridiculously cool. Felt like I'd known them my whole life. So, turns out they hated me. Just kidding. Ah, man, hope to see them at the International Builder Show here in just a couple months. All right, let's get on to the bird blocks. Hey, we're flying. I don't know what time it is, but Noah's ripping bird blocks after we cut all of our scrap into 22 and 7/16. So these are the ridge blocks with a 6-inch notch. I'll show you later about our ridge vent detail. This was the jig that made cutting all of our scraps idiot proof. I mean, we're flying. It's like almost 50 ridge blocks and I don't know, 30 of the 10-inch bird blocks. Probably all of that will be done within an hour. Oh, you're still there.
So here's the drill. 7:30?
809. There. So I want to stack all of the bevels the same way.
Okay.
And we'll just go flush with this head. I apologize for some of the sound quality. I just let the GoPro do its thing. I didn't wear a mic. I figured I would just voice over, which now I have to.
Dankeschön.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I wanted 30.
I can count. But you're getting more.
I don't even need that.
But
Yeah, it don't. It
I guess it doesn't really matter. So
doesn't matter.
You
Yep.
still want me to cut those, right?
Yeah, and I want you to do it ASAP as possible.
I need a battery.
You've seen The Office, right? Okay, I'll grab the.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you how I do it, and then you guys can do it because it's the rhythm of chopping out the vents. Oh, why didn't I grab that 6x6 or 4x6? Once I get those cut, then I'll just screw this down. Yeah, so we used to chop, 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 beat them out, and I told Kyle, I was like, it's way faster if we make 2 cuts, and then, and because I'm right-handed, it's actually easier where you're at to grab them, because then it's, I always have to, if I'm right-handed. Good timing, Noah, thanks. so you can't hear, but Kyle and I just end up yelling to each other. It's fun.
Nice.
So, my only issue is right now, my chalk line and Noah's chalk line don't work very well.
Good news is,
so I mark center, and then I go 3 inches each way.
What?
And that's just so that, and all I'm gonna do is aim.
If you want help, I got that paranoia. Burning my house down. Last time I started.
Okay, so do you have, Kyle,
Right there.
a chalky line that works?
I believe so.
Then we'll just snap a line either side. Not that it matters. My last one wasn't even close because it didn't work. All right, so I'm gonna cut full depth.
Can you see that?
Now, all I'm trying to do is have 6-inch notches. These cuts don't need to be so perfect that it looks like they were made with a track saw. I'm still gonna try to make them pretty good, but quite frankly, in the dark, and my chalk line didn't work, the other ones were a little wobbly. Didn't matter, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. So one cut running down this side. By the way, I just cut 30 blocks. And then one cut running down the other side. Also 30 blocks. 2 cuts, 30 blocks. Impressed with how straight it is? I can't see the line. Oh. Hey, not bad.
Not too shabby.
Okay, so here's how we'll do it. I'll come over to Kyle's side. This is not rocket surgery, as our engineer says.
That's funny. I've always said that too.
But I flip it, and I'm kind of fortunate. We could even move these a little farther.
Oh, nice.
It'll just fall out. So base plate loose. Aim for these two, roughly, and start a little that way so you don't have to come backwards. And that's it. And then we just slide them down. So whoever wants to do it, this saw is great for this. Grab it? Yeah, I'm an idiot, sorry. I'll try to get as much of this off as I can. Watch yourself, bro. And I'm thinking for bird blocks, Kyle, we'll figure out where we want to put them after you got them cut. You can just put the stack as you go. Yeah, we might just stick them underneath because nobody will be over there. Yeah.
You can do that?
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, if you want to stack them and just roll through it, Noah and I can do that. I think we're just going to clean up the prep.
Bam!
Production cutting. Oh, you're up there. Production cutting.
That was good. Production. Yeah, this is way more fun than a truck, so I'll tell you that. I'll tell you. I'm just gonna throw it right there for now. So.
Text it to me now if you want.
Are you going to the Starbucks or are you going to the coffee?
Just down the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, you can turn up the music.
Okay, so what I want to do is you can take the blocks and stack them against the wall.
Okay.
If there's anything else that needs to be cleaned up, it looks like we got it.
I did most of the outside. Actually,
I find a dustpan.
I was all trying to get that path clear, that we yucked everything.
Oh,
right there.
yeah.
But
Nice.
That was maybe a little dumb of me. Let's do this then, Noah. Can you take the 2 piles with the forklift, the big forklift, and the racks, and just put them up there somewhere? And that way we've got access in and out.
Oh yeah.
And what do you want?
Just a mocha.
Okay.
And can I have a breakfast sandwich?
Yeah.
Alright,
I was
so yeah,
thinking
let me do that before I forget. See that screw in the end of that? I need to take it out. I think it caught me right in the side of the leg.
Where?
In the end of this.
Oh.
It was down in the dark.
You want anything, Kyle? I don't know what else they have besides coffee.
I'm good, man. Thank you.
Okay. All right, I will do that, and I will be right back. It is 8:22. We're going to be setting rafters by 9. That's pretty awesome.
Hey.
I mean, with as hard as it was raining on the way in,
Oh, I thought it was, yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe by 9 it'll stop raining. Nah, 640.
Because I wore my rubber boots.
Yeah, keep them
Because
on.
I'm wearing everything.
Hey, Han Solo. Nice boots. Get it?
Star Trek?
Yeah, it's a Star Trek reference.
Han Solo.
I would have accepted Firefly.
Huh?
I never actually saw Firefly.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, I will BRB.
Okay, I will move the stuff.
Don't act like your job site banter is any smarter than ours. I like to trigger people by when it's clearly a Star Wars reference. Han Solo, the Carillion blood stripe on his pants. I mean, I even read the books. You know, this is like a major digression. I read Timothy Zahn. Those were great. Anyway, back to the blocks. This was Kyle's first time doing this. This is new Kyle, by the way. There is that Milwaukee Giant Light to the left. It's their MX series. Insanely expensive. Totally worth it. Like, it would light up a football field. So we're able to work when it's dark. You can put it in a room and just light it up. Anyway, I'll probably do a thing on that later. I think I'll write it up for JLC. So these are the bird blocks that Kyle is cutting. I will show you how those fit in here at the end of the video. But basically, this video is just the prep. This day, starting at 6:30, it just poured rain all the way in. We suited up with our rain gear. Well, you saw the video at the beginning. I'm not going to belabor that. There we go. Once the blocks are prepped, we'll clean up so that our rolling scaffold can go down the house. And then we're just going to get right into setting the rafters because it's Friday. I don't want to work a full day on Fridays. I've done that for many, many years, and I don't want to anymore. The guys can if they want to, but I'm out. So we just worked until the rafters got done. It was a good day, but I'm going to show you that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. Oh, wait a minute. We're not ready for that. Here, let me show you how the bird blocks work. And here is how the bird blocks are installed. They go vertical between the rafters. You can see the beveled end and the notches. That's going to get a baffle on the left going uphill, and then the insulators will do their magic. Here we do not have to use the RBC clips or A35s, but we do have to have 3 toenails minimum from the block into the plate below. Then our roof sheathing is going to nail to these blocks. You can see the ridge blocks up there at the top. That means our roof diaphragm will be nailed and then transferred through the ridge and then down through the blocking and rafters into the wall below. That wall below is a shear wall anchored to the foundation. So there's our load pass. We'll get into that a little bit more in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like it, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you don't feel like it, that's okay too. Just know that I'm probably crying right now. Because real framers do cry. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.